Hi, Ramya. So I have known you for a while now, and I know that a really big event happened in your life when your son was born, bigger than for most people. And because of my involvement in rare disease community, I know a little bit about it. But you can start from the beginning. Tell me a little bit about how what happened when your son was born, and just give me a sense of it.
Thank you, Plavi, for having me. As you said, my son Raghav, he's now 2.5 years old. When he was born back in 2018, we knew something was wrong with him. He was not able to feed normally like other kids. So within 24 hours, we had a pediatrician walk into our office and say that something was wrong with him, but they didn't really know what it was. They just said, this is going to affect your son for the entirety of his life, and we have to figure out what it is. So our world just shook. My husband and I, we held our hands. We just didn't know how to process it. We were ready for, sleepless nights and changing diapers, but this was not something that we expected. So that was a life-changing moment for us.
So, how did you react to it? So, are you trying to? So then you are slammed with a diagnosis, right, on his first birthday.
Yep. So for 1 year after his birth, we did not know what was going on. We were trying to chase all these different paths. But then his genetic diagnosis came on his first birthday. He was diagnosed with SSMD, which was caused by a rare genetic mutation in a gene called GPX4. And we were told that there was no cure for this disease. So it was entirely on our family to try and figure out what was going on. So my husband and I, we put together a team of researchers, a team of scientists who could find a cure for Raghav. And that's the path that we've been on for the past 1.5 years. We are pursuing gene therapy as a way to, help Raghav lead a better quality of life.
So, how many people have this disease? When you first heard about it, how rare is the disease?
It was very rare. When we got the diagnosis, they told us that Raghav was the only kid to be alive with this condition, and there was no other living, people. There were some reported cases, but those kids had passed away 30 days after birth. So Raghav was literally the first one, at least at the time of the diagnosis. Since then, we've discovered, found 9 other kids who are alive with this condition around the world, spread across US, India, Japan, and all those countries.
So, in a way, because you're leading this effort on this disease, is it fair to say that essentially you will be helping all these kids that will, come down with this disease even in the future, and the current kids that you find?
Absolutely, yes, that's what we are working towards. I think once we successfully develop a gene therapy drug, if there was another kid who's going to be born with this condition, it would be like they never had that in the first place. If they are treated in the first few hours after birth, they're going to lead a much better life. So our efforts is to help Raghav, other kids living with this condition, and the kids who are going to be born in the future with this condition. That's the hope we have for this.
I would say that even if a kid was born today, they would start at a completely different starting point than you started 2 years ago with Raghav. So tell me, there are 9 other families, and there are many other families that I know that are stuck with a rare disease, but they do not take the approach that you've taken, which is to lead the cure of a disease. So what in your family, just talk me through what in your family is different, because neither of you are scientists, I know that. So I was just wondering, what is special about the two of you or your family that makes you take this in a very different way?
I think it's something that life just happened and showed us that we become much stronger when, life altering situations like this arise. During this time is when we realized how much we love each other, how much we care for each other. My husband, Sanat, literally works, 18, 19 hours a day to find a cure for Raghav. My parents and my in-laws come here to stay with us to take care of Raghav. We have amazing therapists who help us. We have people like you who guide us through this journey to find a cure. So with this amazing support system and this, unfailing love that we have here, we get the hope and the motivation to find a cure for Raghav and achieve anything that's ahead of us.
That is an amazing story, and I think families get tested in these situations, and the ones that are standing, remain standing, are the strongest families ever. But what advice do you have for people facing that same situation? Not sort of scientific advice, which I think you will codify as you go along, but more on the emotional front. What advice do you have? How do you take the sitting down, and how do you face every day with this big challenge?
So I have two things to say on that. First, we spent a lot of time being upset and depressed, but it was not doing any good. So it's very easy to get into that loop of being sad and not doing anything. So even if it's harder, I think it's important to put one foot in front of the other. Just be very happy for what we have today and keep going on. So I keep telling that to myself. And second, I try and serve the community as much as possible, be it homelessness, be it education, or whatever that is. I try and give back to the community, just injecting some positivity into the world with the hope that it would be returned back to me. So I that's been just very therapeutic for me. I highly recommend that for anyone who's going through, tough situations in life.
Well, that's a very unique advice. Put in capital into the community, and essentially it rebounds to you. So that is amazing, Ramya. It's an amazing story. Thank you so much for this interview. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Plavi. Thank you for having me.
Best of luck with all your efforts.
Thank you, Plavi.